Hi everyone, Mr. T to read with me. I've got my PJs, my blanket, and my teddy, so I'm ready for a story. Are you ready too? Excellent. Today's story is Near and Far. And it's all about some friends that go on an adventure around the world. Let's see where they start. Panda, fox, and donkey are the very best of friends. They live in a place called California in North America. One day, their friends go on a camping trip. Their campsite was near their home, so they packed up their camper van and set off on a short journey. Have you ever been camping before? It's lots of fun, isn't it? They were so excited that they forgot where they'd put their map and were soon completely lost. Oh no. I hope they find their campsite. Panda, fox and donkey drove all through the day and all through the night, and for 5 more days after that. Show me 5 fingers quickly. 5 days and nights. That's a long time to be driving. Until they were far away in a busy city with enormous skyscrapers. They had driven all the way to New York City. That evening, they watched a music show on Broadway and ate yummy hot dogs in Times Square. So even though they're lost, they're still having lots of fun. They're making the most of their journey and exploring. The next day, the 3 friends reached a port. Unable to go any further, they drove the camper van onto a gigantic boat which sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to Europe. Their boat took them all the way to England. Do you know anyone who lives in England? We do. Panda, fox and donkey decided that it would be rude if they didn't visit the Queen in London. So that's exactly what they did. You can see the Queen right there. Right on top of London Bridge. After a cup of tea with the Queen, Donkey was feeling very hungry indeed. Let's go to France, he suggested. French food is magnifique. Panda and Fox agreed, so they drove the camper van onto a train. Camper van on the train? The train travelled through a tunnel under the sea to France. Whoa! Imagine going that on a journey. And in no time at all, their friends arrived in Paris. Paris was beautiful and the food was delicious. It looks like they're having lots of fun. Once the friends were full of lovely French food, they set off again. After a long drive, they arrived at a city called Venice in Italy. Venice appeared to float on water. Instead of roads, it had canals. Instead of cars, everyone used boats to go around on. Imagine that, not having any roads and you just go around on a boat instead. That would be pretty fun. Would have to be good at swimming though. That evening, Panda, Fox and Donkey travelled in a gondola to a fancy dress ball. It was lots of fun being lost. Oh, it looks like they're having a lot of fun, especially in their gondola. The next day, the 3 friends travelled west, driving along beautiful coastlines until they reached a city called Barcelona in Spain. The buildings in Barcelona were amazing, and some of the churches were incredible. The friends needed help to find their campsite, so Fox asked a friendly swallow for directions. The bird told him to head south, so the friends followed his advice. Hope it's the right place. After a sea crossing and a lot more driving, Panda, Fox and Donkey travelled through bustling markets and past enormous pyramids. But their campsite was nowhere to be seen. They were in Africa. They've travelled all the way to Africa now. There are lots of amazing things to see in Africa, but their friends liked going on a safari in Kenya the best, going to see all the animals in the wild. Continuing south, the friends eventually arrived in a frozen, windswept continent called Antarctica. They couldn't find their campsite anywhere, but they did find lots of new friends. It was very cold, but Panda, Fox and Donkey kept warm by drinking hot chocolate and sledging down enormous glaciers. That does look like fun. It was too cold to stay in Antarctica, so the friends took a ship to a place called Australia. Australia was amazing. The friends snorkeled at the Great Barrier Reef. They looked at some amazing cave paintings in wild regions called the Outback. And they had barbecues with new friends on the beach. So they're making lots of new friends on their travels. Still determined to find their campsite, the friends island hopped all the way to India in Asia. There are lots of beautiful temples in India, and the people were very friendly indeed. When it was time to set off on their journey once more, Donkey really didn't want to go. He loved eating curry. Oh, just like Mr. T, I like a curry. Travelling through humid swamps and jungles, their camper van soon reached China. Panda stopped to say hello to some of her family, and Fox and Donkey had great fun playing with dragon kites, but no one knew where their campsite was. You might remember some of the dragons that we made for Chinese New Year. From China, the friends drove to Russia. The friends loved Moscow, and Panda especially liked Russian dancing. Then the friends travelled east. It was their longest drive yet. They saw packs of wolves in the forests and a majestic tiger. When they reached the Bering Sea, they made an icy crossing to Canada. Their campsite was quite close now, but without their map, Panda, Fox and Donkey drove straight past it. Oh dear. When they reached the Amazon forest in South America, they realised they must have driven too far. Their friends stopped to explore and saw some amazing Amazonian animals. Then, as Fox climbed a tree to look at a particularly colourful parrot, Donkey noticed something sticking out of his jumper. What do you think it was? It was his map. They finally found the map. Finding the campsite was easy with the map. Fox made a fire and the three friends toasted marshmallows and talked about all of the fun places they'd visited. From that day on, the three friends continued to travel both near and far away from home. During their travels, they met lots of new people, discovered new places, and learnt lots of amazing things. And there you can see a map of the world and some of the places that they visited. So even though they got lost, they met new friends, new places, and had lots of new fun. Wonder what it'd be like to visit some of those places. I bet we could do some of that now. We could rub my hands together, get some magic. Rub your hands together, get some magic going. We'll do a nice big clap and see where we end up. Are you ready? Okay, and... Whoa. Oh, I think I know where we are. This is the Eiffel Tower. It took over 2 years to build, but do you know where we are? We are in France, in a place called Paris. Do you know, I've climbed up the top of there before. A long time and lots of steps, but lots of fun. I wonder where we can go next. Let's warm our hands up. I'm going to do a nice big clap. Ready? Look at that. Oh, it's very hot here. Ooh. Anyone know where we are? This is Ayers Rock. 863 metres tall. It's huge. Where are we? Oh, somewhere really hot. Do you know where we are? That's right. We're in Australia. Let's try somewhere else. Rub our hands together, get some magic going. And... Oh. What are these strange looking things? That's right. They're the pyramids. That means we're in Egypt. Did you know that the pharaohs, they're a bit like kings. They used to use these to keep all their special belongings in, so that when they die, they'd keep them all together with them. Massive buildings, very strange place to keep all your belongings, isn't it? Imagine if you had one of those in your back garden or outside the front of your house. That would be strange, wouldn't it? Let's try again. Warm my hands up. We're in China. This is the Great Wall of China. It is huge. It is, do you know, it's over 13,000 miles long. That is massive. That's like going to school and back and all and back and school and back so many times. 13,000, look at it, it's huge. Oh, I'd love to walk along the whole thing. Some of it's fallen apart, but that would be nice, wouldn't it? Wow. Let's rub our hands and see where we're next. Oh, we're back in Mr. T's home. Let's do some shout outs then before we go. So let's say hi to Julian, hi to Harper, Teddy and family, Who else can I? Oh, hi Kai, Bilal. Hi Lewis, Lucy and Freya. Hi to Isla and Mila. Hi Xavier. Hi Yanis. Hi Elsie. And hi Saida and Xavier. I hope you all liked today's story. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.